Bayonne in the all-white with maroon. The black and silver for Bridgewater-Raritan as we are underway, as this one will take a hop, fielded at about the 12-yard line. And a good return off the opening play, as that is the number 3 of Mikey Bradis who brings it out. And the Bridgewater-Raritan offense will go to work, led by Declan Curdilla, as they set up here again. Amafo in the backfield. Curdilla goes with the quick route to the outside, and a quick wrap up there. Nicely done from the Bayonne defense. Curdilla gives it to Amafo, tries up the left-hand side, and again, nice defensive stop from Bayonne. Top, looking like single coverage over there. They drop back. Curdilla forced to scramble. Curdilla looks downfield. He's got a man open down there, and it's caught. What a catch, diving in. The number 5 of Evan Woodring. That's the play that BR needed. First down, Panthers.
You know, they let the kid scramble. He can play. When he saw the kid downfield, he did a nice scramble drill.
Where he would be effective. 3rd down and 10 as Curdilla looks, has some time, fires across the middle, pops in the air and falls incomplete. Curdilla drops back under pressure. Now has to step up, runs through. He's going to scramble for this one. He's going to come up just short. Looks like about a yard or 2. And some excessive blocking downfield, but then again in a sectional final, you're going to get that as well. And now a 4th down and 1, and looks like the kicking unit will come out for the field goal.
No, that's a change of possession. That was 4th.
Oh, that's right. It was 4th down end out there as well. As they fake to the ground game, go out into the flat. That's caught by McKinnon. McKinnon breaks one tackle, breaks a second tackle. McKinnon on his way, breaks through another, and finally wraps up at the 40. What a big play in response from the Bees.
Stay ahead of the sticks there, and they just ran a little bubble screen off of a read, off of the zone read.
They go back to the ground game, this time with Fisher up the right-hand side. Gets through one before 3 or 4 Panthers in there on the tackle. Pick up about 4 on the play. Sampson again with a run up the middle with Fisher. This time, though, not a lot of room, maybe a yard before a rugby scrum develops.
They're coming with the house here.
Roll out to the outside, under pressure, scrambling is Sampson. He's going to pick up the 1st down and a couple of more. Nice job there by the senior quarterback. And we talked about Declan Curdilla making that kind of play. Well, there's Sampson doing exactly the same.
And I think he's going to have to make plays like that for them to be successful. You know, they're going to want to pound the running back, but, he's going to have to make plays to keep the chains moving. So now, for Bayonne, you're in a good spot here. You're on the plus 28. You're in 4-down territory.
About 8. They go to the quick route to the outside, caught just short of the sticks, and he'll stay short of the stick. Anything as they go with a power formation right up the middle with Fisher. He breaks through. Fisher will go to the house. Touchdown, Bayonne. Fisher takes it home, and the Bees with the lead on the road. 6-0, extra point upcoming.
Double tight, old school double tight, 2-back flanker, and just ran straight ISO.
5-23 in North 1 Group 4. Curdilla rolls out here under pressure and is brought down. Huge defensive play. Got Caleb Bazil.
They were in a trips open formation. They figured they'd spread the quarterback out. He's their guy, and Bayonne could just run.
Another good defensive stand from Bayonne. This time a 3-and-out as Squisciarini sends a spinning kick, takes one hop, taking it about the 50, and now a spin move and a big collision there. Return of about 10 yards on the play. There is a flag down, though. Junior back to punt for the Bees. Sends a low one, takes a hop, and then they're just going to let this one roll. As Curdilla goes to the ground game, trying to slide his way through, and breaking through. There goes the foot race to the 50. Taken down finally. A big run there and a huge chunk play. What a run from Jameer Black.
And again, that all came off of that defensive stand. They're playing with a little bit more emotion right now. That's a huge football play right there.
And that was one that it didn't look like there was any room for him to get through the middle. He found one crease, and that's all he needed. A great run from Jameer Black. 11-2-10. That's what you love to have in a running back as they go back to the ground, and now they go to the outside. Another race to the outside there, and finally nudged out of bounds.
And now they're playing their brand of football. That little speed option play.
Up front, they've shown it all year long as Cardilla goes with that quarterback keep again. Tries to find the room. He's got some room. Across the 10, knocked out of bounds. Great blocking on the edge there, and a 1st and goal coming for the Panthers.
And again, I love what they're doing formationally. They're going from 3 wide. They're going from 3 wide to double tight, 2 backs. And they're just putting the ball in their best player's hands and letting him go.
2nd and goal. Blitz coming off the edge. Cardilla has to sprint to the outside. Looks to the corner, points there. Fires to the back corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Set for this. Drops back. Looks to that side. Has no one open. Has to scramble. Has to roll. Now takes off. Looks toward the end zone. Fires. And it's intercepted. Big play defensively again from Bayonne. And a huge interception. We'll send it back the other way.
Bayonne did a great job keeping him in the pocket. He really wanted to scramble, but they did a great job containing him and keeping him in the pocket.
We'll have a scoreboard update for you at halftime, as again they go up the left-hand side. Crowd still in good voice here in Bridgewater as they go downfield, long down the outside, and caught! What a beautiful catch by Jerome Hayes Jr. and a late flag. Let's see if that's going to move it back some. We might have something after the whistle.
You do something silly like that and it kind of pushes you back. It's a shame, but hopefully he'll learn and not do it again.
Panthers ready for it. They go to the outside with the pitch play, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. For the 2nd down, up the middle, just able to escape, and they will go toward the pylon. No, just short. Excellent tackle there. As stepping up just in time was James Locrotondo.
A lot of pressure on that when the quarterback made a nice read.
They go with a pitch outside, trying to break through Fisher. And looks like he's going to be short. What a stop by the Panthers. Just a half-yard short of the goal line, but did he get the 1st down? Let's see. Halftime entertainment there, and they are short of the 1st down marker. And I'll tell you what, Coach, yes, they're still down 7. They're going to have a tough time getting this tied. What a defensive stand by the Panther front line. Wide receiver in motion in McKinnon. Drop the snap, ball is picked up, and the Panthers immediately will make the pay. What a play made by Jamel Jones. And talk about a momentum shifter. 7-6, extra point upcoming.
Wow. Well, that's a huge play. And I love the scoop and score. We're watching the video replay here. It's a decent snap. And again, Johnny on the spot, scoop and score. I always tell the kids the same thing. Don't just scoop it. You got to scoop and score, and good for them.
Piscataway on 1 on a Saturday afternoon. Now they have to get ready as here comes the blitz up that side. A fire downfield, almost intercepted here on Big State Sports. 1st and 10, they go back to the ground, and a cut back up the middle, and a breakthrough, and there's a lot of room in front. Jameer Black with a big stiff arm is finally wrapped up by a couple of bees. But this is a huge moment here as they're going to go to the fake. Oh, there's a wide open receiver. The flag is thrown, though. It's caught. This might not stand as into the end zone goes Mikey Bradis, but a flag was thrown immediately. And it's against the Panthers. And so that will not stand. Take a look at it again here. There's the play. There's Bradis. You can just see his helmet just above the replay there. Not sure what the penalty call was for. Perhaps an illegal formation.
Yeah, I'd be real interested to see what they called there on that one.
Referee put these arms outstretched to either side, but that'll move them back.
And that's a 15-yarder. Maybe it's unsportsmanlike something.
I'm not positive on that one, actually.
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time, I'll be honest. I'm not sure. Because it's a 15-yarder really has me wondering if it's something like that.
Well, you know what? That helps me as a broadcaster, because if the coach has done this for a long time is befuddled, so am I. Be able to pin the Bees pretty well back here on this, as that'll be taken at about the 12. Bridgewater faithful wanted a flag, and now a great return coming the other way from Edwards. Edwards gets through another tackle, still on his feet is Edwards, and now finally is held up and then brought down at about the 26-yard line. Good protection, now has to scramble. Sampson rolling out to his left, fires across his body, and almost intercepted. Trying to get his hands on that was Jameer Black. The same thing, though, it can flip on one play. One mistake, one big play on defense could absolutely change things. That takes a hop, a bit of a shorter punt, seen in college earlier this year than that fake field goal attempt. As they go with a run up the middle. Bayonne, tie game here at 7 in the North 2 Group 5 sectional final. They go up the middle. Good burst through by Bayonne. It looks like he might be a half-yard short on that carry. Bayonne again. As they go back to the ground game right up the middle. They're down and about 2. They go back to the ground, and a burst up the middle. Still on his feet and getting a nice run there is the number 1 of Daniel Lamafo. See what they do on this occasion. As Cardilla has good protection, fires it over the middle. Incomplete. Wanting a flag there was the intended receiver.
You put the ball right where it had to be. Big decision here for the head coach now.
Yards for Squisciarini is going to be a little outside of that, so they're going to keep the offense on there. Cardilla looks under pressure, escapes, now decides to tuck it and run. Flag is down in the secondary. He's going to be well short, but let's see what the marker is. This might just be enough here for the Panthers. As Cardilla was wrapped up. Oh, it's 1st and 10 from the 15. Cardilla under immediate pressure, gets through one, has to scramble, tries to get to the marker, and he'll just get something out of it. It's the inside end. Cardilla has good protection, fires it over the middle, almost intercepted. Another flag is thrown in the secondary. What will he have this time? It's 2nd down and about 3 after the penalty. Cardilla goes with the handoff on the right-hand side. They break a tackle in! Touchdown, Panthers! Jameer Black takes it in. And the Panthers, for the first time tonight, have the lead. It's 13-7.
Again, great play call. Back to their running game, their bread and butter.
And just again, great job by Jameer Black. They go back to the ground game. Fisher tries to duck through, but it's wrapped up. First
4.
And
gutsy call, coach.
And again, you've already had one timeout used too, so if you're trying to draw them off sides, you have to roll with it here. You cannot afford to waste a second. This is Crunch Time, brought to you by Top Mental Game. Everyone in the box. Power eye formation, and a breakthrough, and a big run to the outside. To the races, Fisher to the house, touchdown, Bayonne. How about one more swift touchdown run for Chance Fisher? It was only a matter of time.
Again.
PCTI, which are locked at 14 at the end of the first quarter, will face the winner of this game. Cardilla under pressure. Stays in the pocket, fires, incomplete. Nope, nothing like the kind. As Squisciarini getting ready to punt it away once again. Sends it sailing into the Bridgewater Knight from about the 35-yard line. They go back to the ground game again, and another break. There goes Fisher. Stumbles and finally is brought down. Nearly broke it open again.
They had a kid in a three-point stance as a fullback, and that was just power football.
Who cannot be underrated either. They go back to that 3-back set up the middle, and again Fisher almost breaks it. And again going to that 3-back set. This time a little bit better from B.
Medium, little play action, double tight, 3-back set again.
2nd and 7. Once again, though, they go to the ground with Fisher, but nowhere to go this time. Great job by the Panther line. Stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. Job getting off their blocks on that occasion.
Again, great penetration there. You know, now I'd be surprised if they stayed in this formation. I think now they got to open it back up a little bit. 3rd and long.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 8. 7 minutes remaining here in regulation. Tied at 14. A spot in the North Group 5 semifinal coming up to the winner of this one. Whoever gets there is going to be battle-tested. Timeout called on the field. And again, it's by the Bees. That's their 2nd time out of the half. And now, that was interesting because that timeout call when both teams were basically in the huddle, so not really looking to see what the defense is setting up, maybe just to give this team a rest, both of these squads, because there's a lot of hard work being done out there.
Yeah, these kids have banged it around for 3.5 quarters now, so. Yeah, like you said, that's an interesting timeout to call because you weren't setting anything up. I think what you said is right. I think they just needed a You know, get a little water break right there.
Get him abreast, please. I think I'll tell you what. I don't know whose heart rates are higher right now, the players on the field or the fans below us, because I'll tell you what, they have lived and died with every play. Same on the Bayonne side. Huge shout out to the large contingent from Bayonne out here to support the Bees here this evening. As we set up now, 4 wide receivers. Very different look here for Bayonne. Fans getting to their feet below us. 4th down and about 13. The bleachers rumbling under our feet. Sampson, good protection, under pressure now, and he's down, he's sacked. Huge defensive play.
Yeah, I mean, he just beat the tackle. You know, there was nothing special.
They go to Jameer Black, taking his time, looking for a route. Still on his feet, Jameer Black, trying to break away, is just being held up at this stage. 3 wide receivers this time. They go back to the ground with Black. Just again, takes his time, finds a hole. Cardilla looks, great protection, goes downfield. A flag is thrown behind the play. Catch would have been short anyway, but there's going to be a hold. Team, they need to get the ball to the Bayonne 40-yard line. Crazy formation back here, and now they'll move everybody to the line. Coach Catalano going to the back of the playbook here. Cardilla, great protection this time, now has to run. Looks downfield, directing traffic, fires, caught! And some room to run! Touchdown, Panthers! What a play, Jack Cifuentes! On a 3rd and 18, it ends in 6. Panthers with the lead late in the contest.
Put the ball in your best player's hands and you ask him to go make plays in games like this. That's what it comes down to.
Oh, what a job by Cifuentes, too. As soon as he brought it down, he faked out the one defensive back, thought he was going to the sideline. Nope, cut back to the middle. And you can watch it here. I mean, it was going that way. It took a side hop, but then it just died on the sideline, and credit to the Panthers who got downfield. Oh, my goodness.
You know,
a couple of big plays in the negative, unless you can force a turnover. They're in field goal range to extend this lead with not enough time. This is a critical time in this game for Bayonne. You wonder if there's one last twist coming in this tale.
Yeah, you hit the nail on there.
On the ground for the rest of it. They go to the outside. They've got some room there, and they've got a chance to break it through, but staying in bounds. Gives it to Jameer Black. Tries up the left-hand side. He's going to be close to the 1st down. Still on his feet. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to stop the clock. Let's see if that's for a measurement or for the 1st down.
Black on the carry.
And did he get it? Yes. 1st down, Panthers. The Bridgewater-Raritan Panthers are sectional champions. The ring season has come to Bridgewater. The Panthers are off to the final.
Yeah, their first one. Good for them. Congratulations. What a great football game. Both teams have a lot to be so proud of. I know it's not what Bayonne wants to hear, but what a great game.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. I feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Ooh.